3 hours of the regular show on terrestrial radio, and you wanted a little bit more, so that's why you found the Gun Talk After Show podcast, where we saved all the best things that we can't say on regular radio. Now here's Tom, Michelle, and Jim for the Gun Talk After Show.
All right, it's the after show. Glad that everybody can be with us. We are, Michelle is still out because it's summer and she's probably doing something more fun than we're doing, guys. Can you believe that?
Yeah, you know how she is.
I don't know. I think this is pretty fun.
This is kind of
I'm
fun.
enjoying it.
So we have Jim and Tom with us, and Tom. So there you go. I mean, this is is a lot of fun,
It
actually.
sure beats digging the ditch.
It's, as I always tell people, it beats working for a living.
All right.
So,
Absolutely.
well, we had some people who called in, and we were able to hold them over for the after show, so let's not abuse their patience any longer. So talk to David. He's on 2 and out of Lowell, Michigan. Hey, David, you're on the after show.
Well, I just want to add a little bit to, as you said, the foster parents losing their gun rights.
Mm-hmm.
I have a buddy that a situation arose with his daughter, and the kids were pulled out of the house. So he said, well, no problem. They'll just live with me. Well, DHS said, no, you can't do that. You must become a licensed foster parent.
For his own children.
He said, but I'm grandpa.
Oh, okay.
He said, this is grandpa.
Right.
And ironically, a year earlier, the kids had lived with him for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
But even being grandpa, they made him become a licensed foster parent,
right,
and, lose his gun rights and, the full home inspection and everything like that.
That's the exact same situation. That's the exact situation that's going on with this lawsuit case. I mean, it sounds like practically identical. So,
yeah.
So what was where is he now with all this?
Well, the issue with the mother with his daughter ended up being fraudulent. So she does have the kids back. But, they had pulled him out of the house. And, he asked me, he says, Dave, hey, can you hold some of my guns for a while? I'm like, yeah, some shotguns, but I know I can't touch your pistols. So I don't know if he sold guns or what he did with them, but he had to because, he didn't want his grandkids going somewhere else.
Sure, he didn't want them to go into foster care somewhere else when Grandpa can take care of them.
Exactly. And, I've told this fella for 20 years, Malcolm, you got to quit voting for these liberals. And I said, now it's hit home.
Does he get it?
Now it hit home. I told him they want to be too much in your business. Now they're inside your home and they're inside your family.
Does he get it now?
No.
No, I know. When you are a believer in the state, when you think the state is the source of all good things, you can even ignore the fact that they're doing all that stuff to you and taking your rights away. It's unbelievable how people can buy into that. It really is.
No doubt.
It's just, his parents always voted Democrat. He always voted Democrat. But you know what? He couldn't tell me who the most recent senator elected here in Michigan is. But he voted for him.
Yeah, anyway, just because it has a D next to the name, I'm going there.
I got an idea for you, David.
Yep.
I got an idea for you, David. Here's what you do.
What's that?
I got an idea for you. Just tell him that, just basically mislead him. Let him know that Kid Rock, tell him Kid Rock's a Democrat, and he'll vote for Kid Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
You guys you may have a chance to vote for Kid Rock. How would that go down?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
It's silly. It's silly. But
hey, David, thanks for the call. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, Jim, Tom, you guys are right there. Kid Rock, he's making pretty serious noises about running for Senate.
Yeah, he works it into his tour, too, in his show. He's very political, and I guess I got mixed emotions about that because, some people are there to hear music and not politics. Other people just are going to follow him regardless of what he says. I think it's great. I think it's kind of Trumpish, if that's now a adjective.
Well, you know what? Don't you guys have Al Franken?
No, he's Minnesota.
That's Minnesota. That's
the
other.
Same thing.
That's right. Kid Rock and Al Franken, I'd like to put them in a room for a while.
So would I. I know who my money's on.
Yeah, I think I know who's coming out. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, let's talk to Russ in Dodge City on 4. Hey, Russ, thanks for calling in.
Oh, how are you guys?
Awesome.
We're good.
I had sent you an email earlier in the week. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it.
Yeah, in fact, I'm looking at this story now. This is remarkable, but go ahead and talk about it.
Florida man strikes again. Florida man was upset about a couple of utility trucks parked in front of his driveway.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes back inside, comes out with a revolver, and starts shooting the tires out of the bucket trucks.
Yeah, he's got these AT&T bucket trucks out there. They're stringing wires, and he's shooting the tires, and then I guess he starts shooting the engine while the guys are in the trucks. There's a guy up in the bucket while he's doing this.
There's a guy squatted down trying to hide the best he can in the bucket, and he's a cornered rat. He can't go anywhere.
Right.
Those are fiberglass buckets too, so he's in trouble.
Yeah, you don't have any protection. But
there's
now,
no cover, there's no concealment.
the homeowner was not shooting at the people. He was just ticked off that these things are like in front of his home, in front of his driveway. So he's shooting the tires out, which means he's a moron and maybe drugged up. Who knows? But you can see the video if you just do a Google for this. You'll find it. But I'm sitting there looking at the video of this thing and just going, because obviously there's cell phone cameras everywhere, right? So somebody's got all of this. Unbelievable. I mean, he's just calmly walking around, shooting the tires on these trucks, going, really? And they're calling 911?
What do you reloads multiple times.
Yeah. So, Russ, what do you make of that?
It's pretty scary, and according to another article that's come to surface since then, the arresting officer said that he witnessed this retired fireman fire at least one round at the guy in the bucket.
Wow. Well, once again, of course, and I don't know, but I would bet that AT&T probably has a policy that their employees can't carry guns. Which I'm thinking, if I'm in one of those trucks, all I want to do is just shoot this guy and make him stop.
Well, AT&T policy strictly forbids the carrying of arms, except for those in Alaska. Certain employees in Alaska are allowed to carry arms because a bear will not sue the company. They'll just eat you and poop your ID out.
I love it. It's not about protecting anybody. It's about who might sue.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Hey, Russ, thanks. That's an amazing story. Holy cow. Hey, I tell you what, let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about bears and truck drivers and the whole idea of being told you can't carry at work. Yeah, right. Who's going to pay for your funeral? I'll be right back.
It's America's favorite .22 rifle. No matter how, where, or what you like to shoot, there's a Ruger 1022 for you. From the carbine to the incredible takedown models, the tactical and target versions, all Ruger 1022 models have the legendary action and detachable 10-round rotary magazine. Whether you're hunting squirrels or tin cans, there's a lifetime of fun in every Ruger 1022 rifle. See them all at Ruger.com. That's Ruger.com.
You got your carry permit, and that's good. But you know you could use more training. Get the DVDs, which have what you need. Springfield Armory presents Concealed Carry 1 and Concealed Carry 2 with Batagroup. Learn specific concealed carry skills from Top Gun fighting trainers. Get trained. Be prepared. This really is life and death. ShopGunTalk.com. That's ShopGunTalk.com.
All right, we just had this amazing call from Russ in Dodge City. He was talking about this thing down in, I think it was, let me look, it's Hialeah. Guy doesn't like the AT&T trucks parked in front of his house, so he just gets his revolver, walks out there calmly, look at the video. He's shooting the tires, and evidently now it turns out he may have thrown a round up at the guy in the bucket truck, or at the bucket up top there. Guys, just thinking about that, and this is something we've talked about for years. A lot of companies tell you cannot carry on the job, because they're concerned with the liability of something happening and they get sued. Your take?
Yeah, Tom, one of my many jobs that I work these days, I was actually looking for it day one when we're going through the manual. Mm-hmm. Am I going to be able to carry a gun? And I thought I should, because it's a pizza joint. Mm-hmm. But then it says right there in the book, you cannot carry a firearm inside the store.
Okay, so what happens if you get caught carrying inside the store?
Oh, you'd be fired.
So, I mean, let's see. You could get fired or you could get killed.
Tough
Now,
call.
I think I know where I'm going here.
Now, the pizza joint actually right down the road from me has a sign on the side of the door that says, "Our employees are armed."
Yeah.
Maybe I want to put my application in there.
I'm just thinking you might want to just shift to working down the street a little bit.
No
Really,
doubt.
they do. They really do have a sign like that.
They absolutely do.
Wow, that is cool.
Okay, we got to get somebody from that pizza place on the show, guys. You got to find us a manager or something. Okay.
I will ask him next time I'm in there.
That's cool.
Okay.
Find out. We'll call him.
That's great. I mean, I've got a little hardware store near us. They've got a sign with the gun with a circle, but it's a green circle with no slash. And it says, "Firearms are welcome. Please keep them holstered unless needed for an emergency. If so, marksmanship is appreciated."
Shoot judiciously, right? Well, that guy in Hialeah, he just went from discharging a firearm to attempted murder.
Oh yeah, he's I think we can probably agree there's something wrong here. Mm-hmm.
Well, see, people often think, well, when somebody goes crazy, their eyes get real big and their hair stands up on their neck and they just start going crazy. Well, case in point, no.
Yeah. And then you had the case this week. You guys saw the story about the Utes who sat there and watched a man drown and shot video of it as they watched him drown.
Yeah. Says a lot about their parents, doesn't it?
Man.
I ran across. Well, go ahead.
He's choosing his words carefully.
I can't believe stuff like that even happens. That's terrible.
I ran across a term, and it will offend some people, and you can imagine how much I care. But I thought it was perfect, and they called it feral humans.
Wow, it's appropriate.
Doesn't that kind of catch it? It's some people are just feral, like feral animals.
Yeah, they were raised domesticated, but now they're out in the wild, so to speak.
Yeah, and some of them aren't even raised that domesticated.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is how I think you get people like this who are just yelling at a disabled man who's in the water, drowning, calling for help, and they're just telling him, "You stupid cracker," or "You stupid whatever," and they're, shooting video of him and saying, "You're going to die in there," and then it goes down, and he says, "Well, I guess he's dead."
Wow.
And then to make it even worse, of course, what do you have to do? You have to post the video.
Sure. God, you don't want a death to go wasted without Facebook Live. People are idiots.
Feral, I'm telling you. And
feral humans. I really like that.
Don't you like that? Because we all tend to imagine that other people are like us. We project ourselves onto other people. Mm-hmm. But it's really important, I think, from a self-defense situation, from a safety situation, to understand that not everybody is like you. And some are so far unlike you as to be almost not human. I think it was Walt Roush in his book, he called them other humans. But I like feral human because it really does describe what's going on here. Man. And, they'll shoot video of you dying, wouldn't lift a finger to help this guy. So they probably wouldn't have cared much if they had been the ones who had actually been killing somebody. It's not much of a step from one to the other, I don't think.
Wow. No doubt. Feralhuman.com's taken, by the way, Tom, so don't even bother.
You're kidding.
And plural, too. Yeah, the plural one, they want $2,000 to sell the name.
Did feral humans actually get that? That's what the question is.
Yeah.
Do the people who have that, are they feral?
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh,
Will Ferrell. What's the difference spelling, you moron, Jim?
More cowbell. Oh, gosh. Oh, well, so... Oh, but you know what we can say about the shooting at the AT&T trucks? Mm-hmm. It must be the year of the revolver.
Oh, boy.
A new after-show low. I like it.
If you're going to go low, go all the way, man. Right. Just hit the bottom.
But he was so calm and collected. He wasn't, spazzing out or nothing.
He's just walking around, calmly shooting, reloading, going, okay.
Crazy isn't always over the top.
Right.
It's a good point.
You can be controlled.
It's that old deal of, okay, well, how do you recognize it? I don't know, but you better get out of your head what you think it's going to be. And you better focus on nothing but the behavior.
Yeah, which is tough, too, because you think in your training, you're what if. Mm-hmm. And you say, well, what if a guy comes through the door? Well, what if it's a girl? What if it's a girl in a wheelchair? What if,
What if it's a girl in a bikini? What if it's a naked person? What if it's a 12-year-old? What if, black, white, polka dotted, and different? Whatever you think that threat looks like, if you have that image in your head, you are handicapping your ability to react quickly, to understand what's going on, and you got to get rid of that. You got to flush all that junk out of there because you put all that junk in your head. And it's going to slow down your reaction time. Oh, he just looked normal. Yeah, well, but he did have that butcher knife in his hand as he was walking up.
Yeah, but he wasn't gritting his teeth or his eyes weren't bulging out of his head, so I wasn't afraid of him.
Well, that, and of course, we always go back to the deal of people don't want to embarrass themselves, right? We've talked about that a lot. You just go, oh, well, but what if I offend him?
Yeah. And then there's Jim.
Yeah. So you don't want to offend anybody. You haven't been to one of our shows, have you?
Jim, who's never been afraid to offend people, right?
Right. Now, actually, I don't try to offend people. I just sometimes don't have a filter, and that ends up being the end result. But I don't set out to do that.
I thought you meant it's just effortless for you.
It's an innate skill. I didn't even have to hone it. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, I don't even have to try at this, man. I'm just good. So
might start giving lessons here. I'm gonna go on break. I'm gonna see if I can give offensive lessons.
Okay, you take a quick break. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
You use Slip 2000's full line of gun lubricants, including EWL and EWL 30, because you know your guns deserve the best available. It's time to add Slip 2000's Carbon Killer Gun Cleaner. Carbon Killer dissolves carbon and lead on contact, is not toxic, and reusable. Carbon Killer works on all weapons, including handguns, rifles, and machine guns, plus silencers and compensators. Slip 2000. We're all about gun care. Learn more at slip2000.com.
Since 1937, Ducks Unlimited has led the charge on wetlands and waterfowl conservation. Wetlands reduce the effects of flooding and recharge our drinking water, but perhaps most importantly, they allow us to experience what makes the outdoors so great. Band together to rescue our wetlands.
All right, back with you with more after show. I mentioned as we were going into the end of the show, actually, the whole GunDealio deal. We keep adding on to it for those who, I'm sure a lot of people who are listening to the after show and the podcast are actually listening through GunDealio. But if you're not, if you don't have it, shame on you because, well, frankly, you're spending more money on guns and ammo than you need to because there are deals out there. And we've got... We got two people in the back room. We let them out now and then, but mostly they just sit there and put these deals together for us.
But I can't have the GunDealio app. Those apps are so expensive, Tom.
Yeah. We actually double the price on this one. It's all the way up to nothing.
It's all
it's still free. Or if you prefer, you can get it for half price.
Right. You can pay if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, if you think it'd be worth more, you can just pay for it. But, actually, we don't have any way to pay for it, so.
Just mention the after show and get 10% off.
I love it.
Coupon code.
I just had somebody send me an email, said, hey, you guys have got these DVDs, but I don't really have anything I can play DVDs on. Do you have any way that I can see videos any other way? I said, well, we've got thousands of videos on YouTube, and they're all free. Just look for Gun Talk on YouTube, and you'll find thousands of videos that we have there.
Heck yeah.
Also on, let's see, what is it? Roku, Amazon Fire,
Apple TV,
yeah, and YouTube. So yeah, we're doing all we can to make it easy for you to see them, no matter where you are and no matter what device that you use.
But you still keep coming up with excuses.
This is true. Well, I have to have something to do. So I'm thinking about this, the call we had of the guy who had made the AR pistol. Do you have an AR pistol?
No, sir.
No.
But I check my FedEx daily from the package for me.
I think my buddy Dan the other day, he said, hey, we got to make a gun out of those lowers you bought. Of course, like everybody else, I bought some lowers. when we thought it was Hillary coming. And the more I think about it, the more I think a 300 blackout pistol with one of those stocks that is not really a stock deal.
Right.
That would be pretty sweet. You put a can on that. Yeah. Now we're talking about a really, really quiet package. It's an honest hunt. Now, look, the reality is a suppressed 300 blackout is a 100-yard gun, in my view, because you're throwing a 210 to 220 grain bullet out there at under 1,100 feet per second. So, there's a limit. But still, as an anti-personnel device, that would be very effective. You'd have a full-size standard capacity magazine, and you're shooting 200, 220 grain bullets. I think that'd work.
That'll wake you up.
Yeah, and to our caller's comment, he said, well, a truck gun, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking, man, now you've got something compact that you could keep in your truck or in your car, not leave it overnight, friends and neighbors, because a lot of guns get stolen from cars. A lot of guns get stolen from cars. But, when you're out and about, you could have it in your car or your truck with you. I think it'd be a good package.
Damn you, Gresham. Always giving me ideas.
And the laser makes tons of sense. But I'd put a green laser on that bad boy. Yeah.
So the two of you can finish this up, right? I can just head out of here. And
you're headed out to the store,
I
aren't
can
you?
start cobbling. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, I've got a lower all set to go, too, so I don't really have an excuse.
Oh, well.
Well, there's never going to be a better time because, man, there are deals galore.
What do you need to finish it, Jim?
I just have the lower. I need everything to finish.
You need an upper. Okay, so get you a pistol upper, drop it on there, and call it a pistol. It's good to go. Go shoot it. Now, do you have a lower like a finished lower, or is it a strip lower?
It's got the trigger in it. It's all it's got right now.
So it's ready to go. All you got to do is put an upper on it. I wonder if that was originally. I don't know. I got to check on the regs. I'm always get confused if it started out as a rifle. Can you make it a pistol? Or
this didn't start out.
Does it have to? It hasn't. It's never been a gun. I mean,
that's
correct.
Gun? That's correct. I like
check
cobbling.
on that.
And I don't mean apple.
Yeah, I got you.
Or peach.
So I think that's my next thing. I think it is to do that.
So I'm going to let you do it and all the research, and I'll pick your brain. And you say, you know what, I tried 3 different things. This is the best one. I'll go, yeah, that's what I was going to go with, coincidentally.
Well, the trick is to get the right barrel length. And I'm trying to remember, I've talked to several people who know this stuff, and I want to say 7.5 to 8.5 inches, somewhere in there was what they were recommending. So you can get decent velocity out of a 300 blackout with that. You can take that, and like I say, you put a suppressor on it.
That's a good round, too. A good size weight round coming out at you.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And there's not a lot of recoil in that. So, and besides that, it would just be tons of fun.
Do we have any experts in that world we could get on air?
We do.
Ooh.
Why don't we'll round one up and see who we can pull in. I'm thinking maybe John Hollister from SIG. He's kind of the whole AR dude. And they make a bunch of SBRs as well as pistols, so I can yak with him about it. I'll see if we can line up John. He's a good guy for that stuff. He's kind of my go-to guy.
Some of those things are just so convoluted. I mean, the difference between a rifle and a pistol is, well, let me see, the sun's in the 20-degree angle, so that's officially a rifle.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
I just need to know what the rule is. If it was a rifle, can you then make it a pistol? I think I know there's a rule there, a reg, and I can't remember which way it is. So I'll look it up.
Find that out, yeah.
And, and everybody who's listening to this who knows is now yelling, Tom, this is what it is. Okay, great. We'll call the show next week and help us out, okay? There it is. All right.
I've actually got I believe it's called a PPS, old Polish military surplus thing. It qualifies as a pistol because the folding stock is welded shut. Otherwise, it'd be a Class 2 rifle.
I was talking to a guy on Wednesday or Thursday, can't remember. He just retired from the Navy. He was saying, I said, well, where were you? He said, well, I was in Little Neck. I said, I said, oh, you were on the teams. He says, yeah. He was a SEAL for 10 years. But it was interesting. We were talking about different units and everything. He says the best shooters he ever saw were the Polish Special Forces.
I wonder why.
He said they outshot the SEALs like crazy. He says because they train all the time and they shoot at moving targets all the time and they shoot while they're moving all the time.
Oh, well, there you go.
He said, but he said these guys could be moving and hitting moving targets at 100 yards all the time. Not a problem at all with their rifles. Just
wow, that's impressive.
But and he told me who it was, but I can't even remember the name of that Special Forces unit there. But I guess it's kind of like the SEALs or Delta, but in Poland. But it's just one of those weird days. You're thinking, the Poles, who knew?
See, my countrymen coming through for me.
There you go. So we'll get that identified. But that was just interesting having the conversation. This guy just retired. He loved it, but I think the travel was just too much. He's got young kids and he's kind of faced with being gone all the time. So it was kind of interesting.
So, building a pistol, are you?
Building a pistol, are you? Yeah. Well, you know why? Because I don't own a pistol.
Right. Yeah, you don't have any pistols. You're really kind of lean in the gun department in general.
Yes. So we have to do something about that. So we will be giving progress reports. As I work on this, we maybe do some Facebook Live or some other things.
Oh, cool.
We'll do some progress reports on the deal.
Coolio.
Okay. Well, your assignment is to run out and buy something this week, so you'll have something to tell us about next week.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
See, now you have permission.
My arm?
Well, on the upside, I could use the money I was going to spend on the AT&T bill to... little callback humor there, yeah, right.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, boy. That's kind of a whole different meaning to the term truck gun.
Works great on trucks.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know a guy who tried to shoot out a tire with a 380.
Oh,
no, wait. No, what a 380? It was a 25.
Who'd he hurt himself?
Almost. It bounces off sidewall.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, yeah. It's not happening. I said, you didn't tell me you wanted a tire shooting gun. I would have recommended a bigger caliber for you.
It's all about ammo, you know.
Yeah, that's right. You picked the right thing. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good week. Go buy something, and we'll be yakking next time.
Oh, twist our arm a little.
That's right. Everybody else, have fun. Go shoot something. And send me an email on the whole AR pistol deal. Tom@guntalk.com.
See ya.
Well, that wraps up another Gun Talk After Show. But if you want even more gun-related stuff, don't forget to check out GunDealio. It's the app for Apple and Android phones that connects you to all the Gun Talk shows, plus even more. And we'll catch you next time for the Gun Talk After Show.